everyone, welcome to Sage's Garage. Today's video is a bit of a longer one. I've been posting really short ones recently and I could have split this up into multiple videos, but I decided you guys deserved a longer video today. I also left in some bloopers and some learning moments because I felt like it was kind of important to show those, but they are a little boring, so if you need to skip ahead, I will not be offended. Some interesting, maybe exciting news. You are all officially caught up to the current time. So I'm filming this today right now as I'm posting this video, meaning that nothing else has happened yet that I've filmed. So you're fully caught up. You know where we are in the process as of today. And yeah, now we can start moving forward together. I have loads of other car videos not revolving around the Triumph that I would love to post on this channel. So I'm hoping to start editing those and getting those out to you guys soon. Also, since I don't have any more content as of right now for the Triumph. I should be working more on the Triumph tomorrow and it should be ready to go soon enough, which is very exciting. But in the meantime, I'd love to post some other videos I have for you of my Beetle, of a Range Rover, of a Chevy Cruze. I have lots of other car videos that I'd love to share with you. Today's video is all about assembling the block. Now, I say a few times in the video that the block is done, it's assembled, but we didn't put the camshaft in yet, and there's lots of other steps that need to be done, so I think I was just getting a little excited, a little ahead of myself, but that's okay. Without further ado, here is today's video. Our plan for today is, we've got the pistons and connecting rods all set up. We're gonna go ahead and put the 2 rings on each of the pistons, then we're going to go ahead and put the crankshaft in, and then we put the pistons in. So really, it's the final assembly of the block. I'm going to start off with putting in the new bearings as well as the new bolts. Obviously, like I said the other day, it is very important to us that we have new bolts and that they are on perfectly because this is what went in my original engine. So obviously very important to me. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also I wanted to show you really quickly, we're going to work on the rings after. So I have this really cool chart and it actually shows you what order and what direction each of the ring gaps are going to go in. So we'll talk more about that when we get there, but very interesting. Also, I said 2 rings. There's 5. Not really sure why I said that. But anyways, let's go ahead and put on these bearings. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting on the piston rings. I'm starting with this oil control ring, and I don't know if you guys can see here, but it has a bunch of bumps and ridges. I wanna make sure that they are facing downwards, and also that when I put it on, they are not overlapping. They are like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab my piston, and I'm just gonna expand it a little bit, but I don't want to scratch the piston. I also don't want to expand it too much. This is also my first try, so it's not gonna be perfect. And then I'm going to make sure that they aren't overlapping. So if you can see there, they are facing downwards and they're not overlapping. So we are good with that one. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom one. So I've got that one here. Now I don't know how I'm going to do this one.
It's a little tougher.
Like, do I just, okay. I'm going to put this down. Okay, I'm going to go down here first. Don't want to expand it too much.
I'll show you what I do.
Okay, yes, you show me first. So Dan showed me how to put on the bottom one because I needed to figure out how to do it the right way. I'm going to temp with the top one here. So I'm just going to put it here. And now I'm going to lightly spiral it, but I would not do this with the compression rings at all. So don't worry, we will use the proper tool for that. I'm going to make sure it goes in here, goes into the right one. If I can get it. Hope you can see there. Okay, so now it's there and I'm just kind of shimmy it to make sure it's in line. And if you can see, all 3 of the rings are in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do that same process on the other 3. Now we're moving on to our second compression rings here. And if you can see on this one, it says top. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I promise you it does say top right there. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm obviously going to make sure that that reaches the top. I have a ring expander here, and I am going to give it a try. Now, I know that it is extremely important not to overstretch the ring because then it's not going to go back to its original size. So I'm going to be extremely careful to not stretch it any more than I need to. I'm just going to place it in here lightly, and then I'm just going to hold it so it doesn't fall. And now I'm going to go here and I'm just going to expand it the least that I need to. Slide it over, I need a little more. And then I'm going to get it into the second ring here.
Yep, you're on.
And then I'm going to let go and hope that it didn't expand it too much. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other two.
Double check and make sure your top is still up.
We're getting ready to put the crank in, and so I'm just going to put some more of this pre-lube on the bearings, and I'm just going to make sure I put a good amount and spread it all around. It's time for the big moment. We're going to put the crankshaft in, so let's bring it over. And then I'm just going to very gently just popping it in here.
You're going to be able to get your fingers out of the way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Good like that?
Yeah.
Yay! Woo! Now we're preparing to put our thrust washers in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some, put some here, just to make sure that they move fully smoothly.
And smear some on this too.
Okay, on this side. Put some more.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
big
it only needs
chunk
to on the
there.
front.
Okay.
Sometimes you can put some on the back to like help glue it in
side.
place if you're putting it in first.
Okay.
But there's no need for any on the back.
Okay, and then is it good to go in or not
Yep.
yet?
So
okay.
you make sure the copper side is facing the crankshaft.
Okay, it actually...
It should just roll in. Or is it too big?
It's too big.
So
Oh, maybe not. No, no, it's fine. I'm just...
you can also do
No,
this.
it's too big. Yeah, I think it needs to be. Okay, let me try again. I don't know. Can it be pushed that way anymore?
Yeah, that is your problem right now.
We pushed the crank over a bit to get it to actually fit properly. There we go, and then I spin it down. So it's upside down.
Rotate it till it's upside down.
Yay. Boom. Okay, and then I still need to put some on the other side. I haven't put any here yet. Should be here and then I'll... Okay, great. I'll put it there. Okay, and then let's push the other way. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, boom, they're in. It's time for us to pop on the main bearing caps. I've got some more of that assembly loop here. I'm gonna go ahead and just smear that around first, make sure it's everywhere. I do it on this one too?
No, that one's okay.
Okay. Now, as you can see, there's a 3 here, and I believe we actually did that with Elin from Rusty Beauties. And so I'm just gonna make sure they're both facing the same direction, because that tells us what way they need to go in. So I'm just going to gently drop it in there properly.
So near the bottom, it's a very precise fit.
There we go. All right, that one's in good, and I can see that it matches perfectly. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other ones, or am I putting the bolts in?
Nope.
Okay.
Grab all 3.
Okay.
should turn. Nice.
Turns, yay! I've got a torque wrench here, and I'm gonna go ahead and torque all these bolts to 30 to start. Oh my. Okay.
Yep.
That's 25, so it's just above 25 that I need to go, basically?
The first tall line past it. Yeah,
Okay,
you got there.
yeah. This one? Now I'm gonna get Dan to help me because I want to make sure these are torqued properly, and again, especially because this is what happened in my last engine and the reason I can't drive my car. So he's gonna go ahead and use a stronger torque wrench and torque these to 65. So you set it to 65?
Yeah.
Okay,
This one,
interesting.
and then this one, it will just click
Okay.
when we get there. With this, we're just like kind of double checking.
Okay. You mean to hold something on me now?
So see how we're like getting there and it's not moving.
Yeah. Now we're going ahead and putting the pistons in. So our crankshaft still moves freely. We've been checking it after every step. So we're gonna take a peek right down this cylinder here, and I'm gonna take a look with you, and I'm gonna spin the crank, whoa, that looks very fun, until it is at the bottom so we have the most space for our connecting rod to fit. I'm just gonna start by oiling the cylinders. Oh. So
Yeah, just put it right up against it.
Oh, can I touch it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Wait. Is it on an angle? It's like not pushing out. There we go. What? Wait. It's like on an angle. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll spread it. It needs to be all the way down to the bottom.
That's ideal, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I can reach all the way.
90% of the area has 90% of the oil, because we're going to get more oil on everything too.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting the piston ready to go in, and we have some oil in here just to make sure that it moves around well. Now I'm going to go ahead and get oil in all of the rings and all over the skirts of the piston.
I like to even hold them up so it can get in behind nicely. They use a lot. Like give it one good squirt is probably, there you go.
Okay. And then spin them around.
Yep.
Kind of gets all the way through before that drips. The bottom one is spinning. I do have some slight like graininess. I don't want to get it in the bearing at all. I'm not sure what it's from. Oh, it's from the outside of this oil thing. That's what it's from.
So that should get wiped off when we start over.
Yeah, just because I just noticed and I don't want to get in there. So better to be safe than sorry.
So wipe it off and then.
Yeah, because see, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the outside of that for sure.
So we've got our ring gaps lined up. Everything is lubricated and clean. We know everything is facing where it needs to face. So make sure this is down, and then you go over, make sure you get all of the rings covered and that you don't knock any out of the groove or whatever. Okay. Squeeze this gently and, slowly till it's tight. Okay. Making sure nothing got pinched or is poking out. Like, you want to make sure all of these look like they are where they should be, and this isn't. See, this got like a little gap here. That's okay, but if there was a giant one, it might mean something with pushing it out.
Okay. Got it.
Then we come over here, make sure our arrow is facing forward.
Okay.
Make sure we don't scrape the rod down the side of the bore as we go in. Line this up. our arrow is facing forward.
Perfect.
Make sure this bottoms out all the way around. See how it's not down all the way there
there's a
yet?
little gap. Okay. Oh, looks
We
good.
might actually have to readjust this.
Okay.
So this is the release.
Okay.
We're going to go so that is all the way straight back.
Makes sense.
And then same thing, we make sure there's no big gap anywhere. Get it to line up nice. Go in there. I like that a little better.
That looks good.
Make sure this is pushed down snugly. This is tight, and you don't squeeze it like as hard as you can.
Okay.
Just tight.
Alright,
And you
just
tap it down.
tapping it.
Yep.
Okay. Just very
And then
soft.
you watch while you're tapping through here
Okay.
to make sure that none of the rings are going to get pinched.
Okay, you can kind of see the rings in there.
It's pretty difficult to break one of the top two rings unless you're being really careless. But these oil control rings are easy to like fold over, and if it folds over, the engine won't work right.
Okay,
ever.
yeah, that does not sound
And you
good.
get to start over. So I make sure this is nice and snug again now that we're close to where they go. And then you just see how it's
Yeah, it's stopping there.
So
It's 'cause there's a
because it's
ring.
really resisting me, I'm gonna figure out why. We'll
Yeah.
start over.
So maybe the crankshaft is spun a little bit the wrong
No,
angle.
the crankshaft should be okay, although
Okay.
that is I think check, but I'm sure in this case, yeah, we're really far from it.
Okay.
Chances are good what's happening is this has come up and we're like catching on an oil ring, or it's just not tight enough.
Okay.
Because it's right where the oil ring is bottomed out.
Yes. Okay, I can see that.
So we just lift it up and look and try again.
Okay. Makes sense. Oh yes, I see. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
what?
so
It's
see?
exactly what it is. It's the gap there. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
that gap moved on us.
Okay. Yeah, and it was just
Probably
catching
went
a little
right
bit.
there. Yep. So now we go and make sure these are lined up again. And according to our chart, these were supposed to be back like this. They're maybe a little further apart than that chart says. So like that. And make sure this still moves nice. So we didn't do any damage because I stopped when there was difficulty.
Perfect.
Okay, those are all lined up right.
Okay.
Everything looks nice. And try again.
And you're just using the soft end of the hammer there just to gently press it in.
Yeah, you want to
no
be
real force. Or,
firm but
or
gentle.
a little. Okay. And that's much smoother. Although,
Oh, see,
it's at the
stop
rings again. Okay.
And I think what maybe happened this time is, yeah, it's because of this recessed deck. We might need to find a different ring compressor.
Interesting.
That is what happened. It got past the bottom of this before it was in.
Oh, I see. Okay, interesting.
We'll find a different.
So we ended up finding a different ring compressor, and our fingers are
we're gonna
crossed
try
that
with
it's going to
this
work better. We're going to give it a shot. All right.
Much better.
Much better. Nice. Now we shall move on.
We get this lined up.
Okay.
And make sure that that is. Where's our number?
Oh,
There's our number.
okay.
Oh, the piston's got to come down just a little bit more. And you put your bolts in.
Okay, awesome. Everything we looked at in all the manuals had those lock washers that we all discussed on this channel like a while ago when this first happened. But we don't have those lock washers, and I know they are a bit controversial, so we ended up actually putting some Loctite on these, and we trust that that is gonna do the trick. Okay, they're just hand tightened here. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten them up. Just gonna go a little on each side. Yeah, not like super tight, just tighter.
Just enough to make sure it's all the way together.
Okay, yep, good. We're just seeing if it spins, and it does.
Just feel like there's more drag than there was before.
Yeah, it does.
So go a couple turns.
Okay. I'm trying to see if it feels. Oh yeah, look, I was trying to see if it feels like it's scraping. That's just oil though, it's not a scratch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so I was
just
trying to
oil.
say, it feels like it's scraping, but not in a bad way, but I think you should feel it because I don't want to. It kind of feels like it's pushing, but I'm sure it's just that there's something in there.
Yeah, there's going to be drag
right?
now from the rings.
I just want to make sure it's
this
not
feels
like
nice.
scraping.
See how it's
okay.
it turns.
Yeah.
Like, if we were doing damage, it would be harder to turn than that. I could.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, I don't want to be the one to be scratching the whole thing. Okay, good. Yeah.
And if we look at the bore, now that it's turned a couple times, you can see there's no, like, it's not leaving a deep gouge somewhere or anything.
Okay, and then I'm going to find the bottom gaps. Okay, so that's where they connect. There is, the bottom one is supposed to be. Okay, the top one needs to be up that way. They're all spinning together now. No, they're all spinning. I just want this one to be. Okay. Now I've lost everything.
Yep, that happens.
Okay, here's this one. The top one goes there. Bottom one there. The top compression ring goes there, and the second one, oh, okay, opposite. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's all clean and oiled, and I think they're all in the correct direction. Compression rings are opposite, the gaps.
That one should be there.
Oh, I was, okay,
And that
oh.
one should be there.
For some reason I was basing it off of this, and I should have been basing it off of here, right?
Well, if you look at the
Yeah.
the piston pin center line, so that's what
so
we
this
lined
is fine.
up. Yep, no, it's good.
Wait, was I reading it wrong then? I was reading the
Actually,
gaps
these are
as
maybe
these two.
180 out. Should be like that for these two rings.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, this
so I
pin.
misunderstood.
Yeah, that's okay.
The gaps are supposed to be on the sides? Or no?
See, this is the
Yeah.
center line of the piston pin. That's
Okay.
the pin.
Oh, so I'm
So you're
holding it
holding
like
it like
this. That's my problem. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So then I gotta fix the other ones. Let me just spin it.
Yeah, you can spin all those ones together if you've got them.
Should be good. Okay, now that's in the middle. So now the bottom one
So
should be back here, which it
Yeah.
is.
but this
The
one
top one is wrong.
Yeah, just move that one over.
Okay, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, they're good.
Okay, that's why. I just was basing it off of the wrong line. That's why. Oops. I'm going to try and pop this one in, so I'm going to be very careful not to scrape the side of the cylinder with the connecting rod, and I'm also making sure the arrow is facing forward. Super gentle. Okay, now I want to make sure that it is completely level and flat.
Tap it down with
We're just going to be very careful.
very gently, obviously tapping here.
All
And
right.
then thump it in.
And then we're just going to be careful, and
Yep,
I'm going to
so
try.
you hold that down with one hand,
Okay.
and then you're going to thump it.
I put that a little low, but that's okay because we gotta connect it to the bottom anyways. Okay, yay! All right, I'm gonna put my end cap on here and I'm making sure the numbers are facing the correct direction. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fit it on there. And then I'm gonna go grab my bolts. Right, now I'm just going to hand tighten them. And now I'm just going to grab a tool to tighten them. Oh, thank you. Hold on, is it working? Wait, what? Am I being insane? Is it not? Is it? It seems like it's tightening. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's loosening it. How do I swap the direction? Okay, I was like, I swear, I know how to use this. There we go. Oh, actually, I'm not supposed to do it that tight. That's fine. Well, this one is tricky to get to. I don't know if that's gonna... There we go. All right, we're gonna test again to see if this rotates. There we go. Okay, I reached the top. It's definitely, like, I feel it more. It's a bit more tension, I guess, but it doesn't seem like it's an issue.
Good.
All right, awesome. Boom. Ta-da.
Look at that.
All right, get the other one to the bottom. Make sure it's all flat.
Arrow facing forward and looks lined up with the other ones. Yep.
Yes.
So tap the edges of that down gently. Just, yeah, you just gently.
Good.
A little more. That sounds like it's seated nicely.
Yeah.
Okay, so then use the back of the hammer. And
there we go. Go. Woo. Okay, awesome. We're at our final step, I believe, which is torquing these bolts, and we are doing it to 50, so it's already all set up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Can I just go back and like go like that?
Yep.
Or should I just ratchet it
No, it's
back?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do the ratcheting.
Okay, because I don't know if I will reach the way I want it to. Okay.
And make sure you were like really
like
nice and square
level.
on that. Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll put it. Hold on. Okay, I want it to start higher so I have more leverage. So.
Yeah, that's good like that.
Okay, is that good?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's so hard. Okay, this one.
So go way up here
Good.
to start with.
Okay.
Yep. And then
I'll
we'll
do
ratchet
it
again
back.
if it's got a, yep.
Oh, goodness gracious, that was just my bad. That was just me slipping. Okay. Let me make sure it's square and on there. Okay. Okay.
It's good. So now before you go and do the next one,
You want to make
do
sure
the
it
same
spins?
thing. Yep.
Okay.
It shouldn't be any harder to spin at all. And it's not.
Boom. Nice. Okay.
And that's probably the easiest spot to reach that.
Okay, and I'm doing the opposite one.
Yep,
Okay.
do those two. Yeah, maybe go down now and do the, get it like
Okay,
that one
get
good
them
and snug
even?
too. Yeah.
Oh, that was way looser.
And then go up to the top
Okay,
one
yeah.
and do that one the rest of the way.
Okay, good.
Check again. And we're just doing this because if there was any problem,
You would know
we'd
it's
catch
exactly
it right
that.
away, and so then we can deal with it on that one and not have to guess.
Makes sense. Okay, these guys, do this
do
one.
that one first.
Okay.
We'll do the same thing, go like a little on each one. Maybe
Okay.
do like a half turn or a quarter turn.
Okay. Oh, that one went way sooner. That was the right click, right?
Yep. Yeah, sometimes the amount of force it takes is, this is why we use a torque wrench, because it can be hard to judge. Okay, no, we'll turn
Oh,
it over
right,
again.
right.
Yep, feels good.
And then a little on each of these. Is that the click?
Yep.
Go down on it more. Push it in more.
Oh yeah, it's like not level. Okay, is that good? Okay.
Yep.
Boom, make sure it
I'll take
spins.
this one, and then I'll go over them all.
Okay. Woo!
Yep, feels good.
Alrighty. We just finished assembling the block and I'm very excited. The only thing left for it, I believe, is a camshaft and I'm sure a few other things that I can't think of at the moment, but crankshaft is in, pistons, connecting rods, all that good stuff is good, which is a huge step out of the way. I am so excited to get this car on the road and drive it. But yeah, today was a huge day. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!